Hey everybody, you're very welcome back to Yitterup, the Danish Outdoor Festival. It is the final day of the show and we are bringing you the creators of the Danish Outdoor Festival. One of the creators is sitting here next to me. It was very hard to actually get this person's time to slot up with where we're going, and you're going to find out why. So Michella, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Michella, and normally I'm working with rural development and trying to strengthen the Danish rural areas. So that is basically what I do. I got a law degree and know a lot about European laws, and that is how I got into European fundraising. And that is also where I met the Danish Outdoor Festival for the first time, because they came to me and asked how can we finance this project of ours.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me a bit about the Rural Development European Fundraising.
Yeah.
What exactly does that entail?
We are trying to make projects in rural areas that enrich and inspire people to move to the rural areas, and stabilizing business structure, infrastructure, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And it can be everything from the local soccer club needing a new grass field to a larger company that needs financing for large innovative projects. So that is basically what I would do. So yeah.
When the Danish Outdoor Festival approached you, had you ever worked with something like that before?
Never ever done anything like this before.
Welcome to the outdoor space.
Yeah, exactly. So the big secret is that I'm actually not an outdoor person.
It doesn't show?
It doesn't show. No, I have been camouflaged quite well.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning the environment. You know,
Yeah.
I have done a lot of coordinating large meetings and meetings with politicians, etc., but never everything outdoor before. So this is brand new for me as well.
So when you met the guys from the Danish Outdoor Festival and they laid the plans out on your table, what were your first impressions?
My first impression were that their passion, their interest in bringing the outdoor community together is inspiring. That was something that you could feel that when they talked about it, they were like really passionate. And I asked them what they found as the biggest obstacle for bringing this passion to life, and they said that over the years, the thing about reaching out for the administration in the municipality, asking for permissions, funding for all the administrative things that you need to have in place for a festival like this were really hard, and they could really use a person with some inside knowledge about that.
And that you do have.
And that I do have. So what I did is that I put up some meetings with Holbæk municipality, with the right persons in there, and we had a chat, made sure that we contacted the organization for the Danish Nature Organization. So we had a chat about what environment we were in, what habitat this is, and what kind of respect or restrictions we needed to take into consideration. And so I put down a framework, and they put all their passion in that framework, and this is what came out of it. Yeah.
I think people don't really see that. I mean, it's great to come to the Danish Outdoor Festival for a weekend, float around, have a coffee, meet the vendors. But the planning and organisation is absolutely massive, and it's very hard for people with an outdoors passion, who are outdoors people, to then have also European Union connections, law degrees, project management things. They're very rare people. You're a very rare person to find in the outdoor space to take those on, because it is a logistical kind of framework, or a nightmare, as I like to say, but it is a logistical nightmare. So when the Danish Outdoor Festival actually got off the ground here in Yitterup, what then was your role in bringing the festival together? Because you've been one of the busiest people here. So run us through kind of an average day of what it's been like for you here at the Danish Outdoor Festival behind the scenes.
My goal was to bring as much time to the table for Christian, Lars, and Julie, who is also a member of the organization, and to make sure that they were put in the right environment and had time enough to go around, mingle with the interests into the festival and the actors as well. So that is what I have been trying to do, and then clear out all the troubles on the way. The thing is that we were actually never ever counting for more than, 5,000 to 8,000 people to enter into this festival. And I was like, okay, if we reach 5,000, we're going to be really, really proud, because that has been
That's a big number.
That's a big number. And Friday at 6 p.m., when I got a number saying 3,000, I was like, damn, our logistics are not set up for this.
And people need to remember that the Danish Outdoor Festival was only open for 3 hours on Friday.
Yeah.
5 hours, on Friday. So that's an average, nearly 1,000 people an hour. That's a big
hectic.
test of your logistical system.
And something like people coming, and also down on the area for the tent and the campers. I was told that I should expect about 75 to 100 campers, and I was like, that's a huge number. And we had a really qualified person out scouting the area saying, I would guess you have about 500 to 700 tents right now. And I was
so
like,
you like 40% extra capacity.
how do we fix the toilet situation during a weekend?
No one ever thinks of the toilets. No one
thinks about the toilets.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one to gauge. It is.
Exactly. So that was like my Friday, fixing toilets.
And that is the glamour and the razzmatazz of what people don't see. And then how was Saturday? Because Saturday was, I took a walk around as we were interviewing people. And the food hut and all that here is fantastic. And it has a brilliant view of the two slopes that lead into the Danish Outdoor Festival. And it was shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
So, Saturday must have been an interesting one too.
Well,
your metal was tested on Friday, but then Saturday was also, it was crazy here Saturday.
We were thinking about 4,000 people on Saturday, and I don't have the final number. Really careful guess would be 7,000.
Yeah, I said the clicker broke.
Yeah, the clicker broke.
So again, maximum capacity. It's the draw that came from connecting all that management together. It was the special team that we've been talking to today. And I want to say, Michella, it's been brilliant to see what you've brought to Ytterup and the festival itself. So, a big thank you from us guys too, from having us from overseas. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's joined us on these videos too. There is still more to come at the Danish Outdoor Festival here in Ytterup.